All right, so in the previous section, you've been setting up the OMAG server platform. So this is our base platform. It will run one-to-many servers on top, and the servers are virtual. They're controlled entirely by configuration. And here we are. So the thing that you've done so far is you've plugged in a secure connector for the files, the server configuration file. So every time we configure a new server, we're going to get a new file. And you've also set the security on. And that means that the requests to configure servers are now going to be checked, right? So you need to use the user ID Gary Beat. Otherwise, with a security error. One of the reasons we tend to run with security turned on all the time is it means that we flush out any problems with our code that's not validating user IDs and things. So it's a good practice to run with that even when you're testing and debugging the environment. So that's the two bits that you've done, and there are also some extra commands to actually look at all the different types of services that are available in the server platform. And the way the server platform works is that these services actually dynamically register themselves. So although the ones running today in this tutorial all come from the Egeria project, you could have another organization, another open source project create an OMAG subsystem that will run in this platform. And as long as they're built together, they will. The platform will pick up the subsystem as automatically. So you don't actually have to. Not everything that you run in the server platform has to come from the Egeria project. We go back. So that's what we've been doing up till now. The next thing we're going to do is actually configure one of those virtual servers on top of the platform. So step one is to have a look at this page, the Egeria servers. And if you remember, they were the little circles running on the platform. And so these are all the different types we have, and they all reflect, they will talk to different types of technology. But we're going to focus on this group down here, particularly these two here, the metadata server, because we're going to build them into a cohort, which is a group of sharing servers. So this is just for background information about the different types and the way that they are configured together. So initially, we're going to have a couple of servers talking as a cohort, and then over time, we're going to add the governance servers and things to build out the environment for Egeria. Okay, so have a look at that. And then we're going to configure a metadata server, which is one of these. And this list here provides all of the detailed information for specific parts of this one. And it explains what you have to do, what the commands are to get different types of behavior. So this is the official configuration guide. And I'm back in the, this is back in the tutorial. So here is a list of things that you need to configure. So use the admin guide, and if you look in the one called server configuration, what you'll find is there is a remarkable, if we navigate down to metadata servers, there is a remarkable correspondence between the pre-canned definitions and the things you're being asked to serve. So pretty much, I think all of the requests that you're asked to do are already in the Postman collection, so you don't really need to type them all in. Many of the default values in the environment match what you need. Some of them you'll need to change, so you need to look at the URL and make sure that you've got the right values. But basically, It's just a question of working down, finding out which of these methods you need to do to make that happen, make sure the variables are correct, hit the button, and what will happen is you will start building up a configuration document for the particular server. And as you go through and build, as you do each request, run the get server configuration document. And what you'll see is that we're gradually building up a JSON document of different values that when the server comes up, the platform reads this document and it says, oh, this server needs services A, B, and C, and they're provisioned for that server inside the platform. And if you call one of those services, it's routed through to your server. If you call a different service that the server's not been activated for, it will be rejected as a bad request. So when you configure the servers on the platform, you might have servers of different types, and every request has the server name and the URL, and so the platform takes that value and then routes it to the right server where it's processed or not, as to whether one of is for that server. So that's how we do multi-tenant operation within the platform. So you could have lots of different customers, metadata servers running on a single platform, and would be the name of the tenant, and so all of the metadata requests would be routed through to the right instance of the server based on the name provided. So that's how it works. So have a go at configuring your server. As I say, keep going and looking at the document, and you will see that this document, every time you issue a request, something will change in it, and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger as you go through. And then when you're happy with it, I think we start it in the next one. So just get it up and configured, and then we'll move on.